Good morning everyone and welcome back to the vlog. My name is Angie Mead King and welcome back to Tech Tuesdays. Now, before I start this review, I wanted to share that only 33% of my viewers are actually subscribers. So please, if it's not too much trouble, hit the subscribe button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and you can cancel at any time. Anyway, let's get back to today's review. We're going to be reviewing today's latest and greatest gadget from DJI, the DJI Action 2. I totally did not see this coming. Thank you so much to DJI Philippines for sending me the new Action 2. Comes along with some accessories. This is the waterproof casing, and then they've sent us a selfie stick as well, and then a battery pack. I think that's a mount, and then a little selfie pod with a remote switch system, a floating handle so that we can get in the water, and a macro lens. Now, first things first, we're going to be unboxing all of these things, setting it up, charging it up, and then doing some rigorous testing with it. What are you going to get when you open the box? This little action camera is so tiny. It looks so amazing. Just to give you guys perspective, this is my iPhone 13. And look, it's the same size as the 3 cameras on the iPhone. Pretty cool stuff, and it's super lightweight. It's also magnetic, so if you guys had a magnetic surface, it can hang on to anything magnetic. This is a modular system similar to, I guess, the Insta360 that I reviewed also in the other episode, and we're gonna see what else we get in the box. So this looks like, yep, it's a mount system. Nice steel construction. It's also magnetic to help with the magnetization of the system, and there you go. There's these 2 tabs here on the corners which allow you to unlock the system, but feels pretty solid. We're gonna set all this up, charge everything, and get on our way. So this is a necklace mount, so you can wear this under your shirt, and this will, again, oop, there you go. This will hold the camera in place so you can get some POV shots. We're gonna definitely use this system. Looks like another mount, but with a 1/4-inch screw thread so you can mount it on the selfie stick. That looks like just another mount. I wonder if that... Nope. Gotta figure out what that mount is for. I don't know if that mounts to that, and then you can stick it down, maybe. We're gonna figure all that out. Super useful, especially for my water activities. Don't wanna lose the action camera, so that's gonna come in handy. And then the macro lens, we're not gonna open that just yet, but this is the battery system. Now, you can only choose one or the other. You can have the screen or you can have the battery system. Now, the screen over here has USB-C port, and also I think you can put the SD card here for extended memory. The camera does have a built-in memory card already, which is I think about 32 gigabytes if I'm not mistaken. And wow, that looks so good, guys. Very light too. So if you're charging the system, the modular battery goes on, and that's going to be charging the camera. And then when you're done with that, and if you need to do a vlog, you can attach this. This guy over here has external microphones. This has 1 external mic, but when you add the lower screen module, it gives you 3 more microphones. 1, 2, and 3. So right now it's turned on already and 28%, which means we do have to charge this guy up. Morning everyone! We're back in the beach testing out the DJI Action 2, and we're gonna go kiteboarding here. It's a beautiful part of the day where the tide is coming up, so the water is super buttery. And it's about, I think, 7 a.m. or 7:20. Everyone's setting up, and this is the morning sesh.
Because something's gonna change my mind. I don't wanna change my mind. Oh, I wanna stay right here, chilling with my friends for another year. I would walk away from the spotlight for the good life. Oh, come on, turn your hate into poetry, pain into power, and I need some friends in your minutes.
Look at that. So beautiful. Gorgeous day today.
Life for the good life.
It's been about 11 days since I opened the DJI Action 2, and I wanted to draw some conclusions on the things I do like about this camera and the things that I don't like about this camera. First off, the design, the form and function, and the way they package everything into this small cube, it's amazing. The picture quality is super good, 4K 60, 4K 120, amazing stuff. I've been using it. 27K with the horizon leveling is so amazing because even though I turned the camera around and we have it mounted on the floaty handle and I'm abruptly doing this while kiteboarding, the picture is still level. It's so good. The rock steady also works well. The dynamic range of the camera is nice. It does so much more in terms of contrast and saturation, and off the bat, don't need to color grade it. It's super good stuff, unless obviously we're shooting in low light. One of the clips that I had kiteboarding was in sunset, and we just had to bump up the brightness of the video just a little, but the footage was able to handle it. Also, the field of view of this camera is so wide. You don't need any other attachment lens mounts on it, and you get that super wide field of view, so another plus. Also, this floaty handle has been super useful. Just make sure you clip the tabs on when you're kiteboarding so that you don't lose the camera. Also, another tip is to lock the screen so that the water doesn't change settings for you accidentally. Now, let's talk about the other things that I do like about this camera and the system that they sent me. This little tripod was super useful, especially if I had the camera stationed elsewhere. I could take out the remote here and trigger the camera for photos and video, and I thought that was really neat. Besides that, also, if you needed selfie version, or if you're shooting vlogs with this camera, you can get the battery with the screen mod, which gives you an expandable SD card slot. You're able to shoot internally with the camera, and you're able to shoot also using the SD card. Now, the user interface of the camera is pretty good. It's not laggy, and it's easy to maneuver through the system and the screen. So plus for that, you are able to transfer also the internal memory from the camera just by swiping down and then pressing the SD card here, and then you can export over here. So we're gonna export that footage. It does take a while, so you're gonna have to leave that system. If you needed just more battery power, you could get the battery module, which doesn't have a screen. Also has an SD card, so you can transfer more memory into that. I think with this extended module, you get about 90 minutes more of camera time. So the other things that I did like about the camera system was the lanyard system. This was super useful. This is not the camera, but it just basically attaches there, and the camera becomes a nice field of view camera. I found myself using this system more and more because the camera is so light. When you put it on, you don't really feel it, and it's nice to work with. Now, when I did bring the camera into the water and I needed more battery power, I did use this module where you can just slot the camera in and it becomes a waterproof system. The only problem is you can't really adjust these settings once the camera is in there. All you need to do is go through the double tap system, which will get you photos, video, slow motion, and then short clips, and then time lapse. So we did shoot some time lapse with this camera also, so you guys can see the photo quality, the time lapse quality, the video quality. Everything was great. Now let's talk about the things that I don't like about this camera. I don't like that the front screen has no protection. We ever put this on a race car and a rock chip, or we had it in a helmet and you fell over and you just hit it to the ground, you'd have to send the whole camera back to DJI to get that front screen replaced. So hopefully later on we'll have protection covers for it. Now, as a first version of this new design, I think they did so well. I can't wait to see the future ecosystem that is going to integrate with this camera, and whatever support that's going to come in the future, I'm sure it's going to make the camera even better. Other things I don't like is the battery life of just the cube camera without the lower module. Without the lower module, the battery life is very short, and then shooting and overheating. I had a lot of overheating issues. In the beginning, when I first got the camera, I shot 4K 120, and we didn't put the camera on the high temperature setting yet, which meant I only got about 4 minutes of video from the camera. After moving it to the high temperature setting, I was able to get about 12 to 16 minutes at 4K 60. And although if the camera is stationary with no wind on it and we had it in the beach, just pegged down, shooting videos, we only got about 9 minutes from it in the case in direct sunlight without any cooling effect to it. Now, when I'm shooting it using the hand mount, obviously the water is helping cool it down, and the wind, we're able to really maximize the 20 plus minutes of internal memory plus battery life. So just something to think about when you're using this camera. Will it be replacing my other action cameras? I don't think so, because of the overheating and limited shooting time when it's just the actual camera. But this camera will be part of my kit moving forward. I did find this again super useful, and I did like the field of view that this shows. I can't wait to get like a helmet mount or a head mount so that we can get other field of views. And some of the things that I really enjoyed is just being able to move the camera from system to system in a jiffy. The magnetic system along with the clip system is pretty cool. Just make sure that you always pinch the clips together so that you make sure that you don't lose your action camera. So in conclusion, I think it's such a great camera. If later on when it gets more support and more software updates, if they can fix the overheating issues, I think it's definitely going to be one for the books, because they did it so well. So right now, just finished transferring the memory, and as you can see, it's only 22 gigs of internal memory, and I have my SD card on the side. So that's done, and now the module is charging the camera also as it's plugged in. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, again, if you guys like this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. You guys know what to do. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Peace.